happens a lot in our culture, unfortunately.
Tangu umenona kidogo.
By the way, let's first set the record straight. Kikuyus, when you meet me and people and say, oh, umenona, by the way, umenona is not a greeting. It is not a form of greeting. Umenona, it is why you get your
annual. Guys, hey, you'll be so proud of me. We serve a living God. Guys,
you went.
Not yet. I scheduled
it. Scheduled.
I finally
Which
scheduled
one? The annual physical or the women's? Siode. High five. Good job.
Growth, guys.
Good job.
Growth. Hey, new year, new me. So if you haven't
Nikusema na kutenda. Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Maju Diaries. My name is Warimo.
And my name is Njeri. Karibuni sana for our old Maju mates. And if you're new here, welcome. We welcome you with open arms. This is Maju Diaries. We are just two Kenyan girls living here, huku Maju, the US, figuring things out and just talking things about life, navigating life here. Ooh. Niko na excitement nasongesha kichwa sana. And if you haven't done the thing and you are a returning visitor, unangoja, what are you waiting for? In fact, we're on the road to 1,000. By the way, that's our campaign now. These presidential campaigns, ours is road to 1,000.
Yes.
We are so close. And today we are going to be talking about something a little bit sensitive. Remember, these are just our opinions. Please do not take it to the grave as the truth, okay? We will be talking about weight. I won't say big weight, small weight, because people get offended. We are just talking about weight, okay? And I have some questions for Ms. Wairimu.
Not for me. We will be discussing some questions.
Discussion. Sorry. Let me stop putting all the fire on her. We will be discussing.
Oh, that would be hard.
We'll just be discussing some various things that, especially in our society, our age group, the things we see on social media that cause fire, people to be cancelled, people to be just have life-changing things because of things they've said or perceived.
Yep.
Yes?
Yep. That's right. Yeah, starting us off.
Yes. Ms. Wairimu.
Yeah.
Let's start off with fat shaming.
Yeah.
Okay? One, what is fat shaming? And two, have you experienced it?
Fat shaming is, as it says, shaming someone who is fat. But if you don't know what shaming is, then speaking ill, bad, negative, bad comments, comments that are not uplifting, towards people who are on the heavier side of the weight.
Yeah.
Right? So anybody who has been told, maybe, let me not even propagate that negativity here, but you've said or you've been told really negative things because of your body and because you are like on the heavier side. So have I been fat shamed? I don't think I've received fat shaming. I've received fat insensitivity.
Okay.
If there's something like that.
I was going to ask, what's the tofauti ni?
Tofauti. I feel like shaming is coming from a place of like of hate. Insensitivity is coming from a place of someone just really being insensitive, which happens a lot in our culture, unfortunately.
Tangu umenona kidogo.
By the way, let's first set the record straight. Kikuyus, when you meet me and people and say, oh, umenona, by the way, umenona is not a greeting. It is not a form of greeting. Umenona, it is not a greeting. First, let's let that. And those things are things people don't.
Normal.
It's very normal in our culture. Atia umenona, ai tumbo imekuwa kubwa sana. Or in English, this stomach is now to be like.
Yeah.
People are I don't know what made people feel so comfortable to comment on each other's weight so much. You know, and especially towards the heavier side. Because if someone says, oh, you my God, umekonda, it's taken as a compliment.
Like, unajua, I backed down on my potatoes.
And maybe it's not even about that. Maybe they're actually sick.
Wow. Awkward.
So maybe going back,
awkward.
I know.
Yes.
Have you ever received any experienced any of those? Yes.
Now let me tell you, the one for marriage hiyo ni kawaida. That one I've received. Hey, I even said this on my Instagram. One day, I had gone for a football game to support a friend of mine, and then some mutual friends we met at the end of the game, and this guy. This is his salamu. He says, hey, Jerry, is your new address the fridge? I was like, guy. And that time he's saying it jokingly. It wasn't like, hey, Jerry, is your new address the fridge? He's like, hey, Jerry, long time. Kwani, your new address is the fridge? And I'm like, what?
Oh, myself.
I said, wow. You want to talk? Okay. And, you know, I think... Honestly, I didn't take offense to it. Like, I didn't go home crying and saying, oh, how could Nani say that? No, because I understand it's a cultural thing.
Yeah.
And even the way it was said, haikuwa na ubaya. So for me, that's how there's that. And then also for me, I am guilty. I know I am guilty. Even me myself, I have not fat shamed per se, but nizileza, hey, you're looking healthy. You're looking very healthy. Your cheeks are nice and round, you know? So now, do you consider that fat shaming? Because now if someone comes to you like, hey, Wairimo, your cheeks, they're so cute and chubby.
I don't consider that fat shaming, but I consider it part of insensitivity or something. Because at the end of the day, I feel like it kind of goes back to the conversation about the womb we're talking about. I feel like you comment. I mean, it depends. I don't know. It depends, especially when someone when someone has gone on the higher side of the weight than on the lower side. It tends to become a little bit, you know.
Yeah. It's gray. It's a gray area. You don't know if they're happy that they've gained or stress imewafanya wanone, like,
or they have been trying to lose the weight and it's just not going anywhere. And it's just like it could be maybe that sentence is what's gonna push them, you know, further breaking point or something. It's neither here nor me. I just err on the side of, is it really necessary for me to say this?
Yeah.
What benefit is it for me to
sometimes
make
it
this
just
comment?
comes out. Like, if you haven't seen someone in 3 months, umewacha size 4, ukiwaona they are size 10, you'll be surprised. You'll be like, wow, you're healthy. Okay. But okay.
Why I say that is because I've experienced something similar to that. By the way, like, I went home in June last year, and the last time people saw me, I was a kayanka girl, very small, slender, you know, slender, not married. I wasn't married, no kids. So when I go back now, I am breastfeeding. I am, my son was almost turning, he was already one, he was like 14 months, but still breastfeeding.
Yeah.
And I had added a lot of weight. And those comments came.
Yeah.
You know, and someone very close to me actually made a public comment that really did not make me.
Yeah.
It didn't build me. You know, it didn't build my self-esteem. It didn't make me feel good. So I feel like having been someone in that situation, I would rather not hear it.
Yeah.
Because I already know. I already know I'm not the way I used to look like.
Yeah.
So that comment, hey, maybe let me speak for myself. I'm not speaking for everybody. There are people who just don't care.
Yeah.
You can say it any day, anytime. But that's why I call it insensitivity. A little bit. And it can be, there's a whole spectrum. But I think the way you're saying it, hey, you're healthy. And I don't think that's like super insensitive.
Yeah.
But
it can still trigger.
It can, that's the word.
Yes.
It can trigger.
But I have also been plain fat shaming. Oh yeah. So
Confess.
see, remember you guys, I told you I was born here in the US. Nikaenda Kenya. Your girl has eaten enough McDonald's. How old was I? I was kiddo 6-7 years old. Okay, so my mom used to call me healthy, so me, I knew I was a healthy child. So when I go to Kenya, first of all, I moved in with my shosho. Where? Nyeri. Where in Nyeri? Not just Nyeri town, Ihororo. So if you people know Nyeri, is now called past, hey, what's it called? Is it Madare? Anyway, you just know a place called Ihororo. Haya. So I went to this. Do I want to name the school? No, I won't name the school. So me from American system to 844. First of all, that was just a wrong move. I wouldn't recommend anyone to do it. But another thing was, I was the biggest girl in my class. So I'm the biggest girl. I'm an American coming with my my name is Najeri. Okay. I don't know a lick of Swahili. Kikuyu, at least I know kidogo because of my mom, but when there's no Kikuyu within the class, the system is different. I know nobody. Then I came to find out there's this lesson called PE, physical education.
Yeah.
My guy, we had the biggest field I have ever seen. And then they start off with do 3 laps around the field, and then now you come do the exercises. Who is Njeri?
I used to hate those things.
Me and my big self running. Aki, oh yeah. I was always the last one. And then there was this kid, I've never forgotten. His name is Dennis. I won't say his last name. In the event. In the event, I put a video. Many years later. He literally came up to my face and said, ha ha ha, kanono. Now me, I didn't know what that meant. So I went home and asked my cousin. Dennis called me kanono. What does that mean? Now my cousin, he is falling on the floor laughing. I'm like, nini? He says, it means kafatso. I'm like, what's kafatso? Do you know what my cousin did? So you know how I've lived life. So you know how back then sliced bread, the kafast slice, the fat one, he brought for me. He said, this is kafatso. Guy, I was all of 7.
Trauma started there.
By they did. And I think it still affects me to date because I remember making a vow, I will never be big again.
Really?
And up to date. Like even, I'm very self-conscious about some clothes that are a bit tight around my stomach area. Yes, I know I'm not big. Like I've had many people saying, you're not even big. Oh, you see. For me, this is something that started in childhood.
Yeah.
So even as I'm telling people they're healthy or their cheeks are round, it's for me, it's coming from a place of, wow, you've put on some weight and you look good, you look healthy. But in the back of my head, I do it with people I know and people who I know don't have that type of issue.
Yeah.
So if I let me just tell on myself.
Please do tell us.
I've just remembered something because the internet never forgets. I didn't say this on internet, but maybe this girl will watch. In high school, Adele had just been a big thing, and so everyone was loving Adele. And this girl, she was a bit on the heavier side. She was like, Njeri, do you love Adele? I looked at her. I said, no. She said, why? Like, because she's fat. And I said that to that girl who was on the heavier side. And I didn't think much about it then because I was just being a B word. Honestly, I was just being a B word. But do you know that thing still haunts me till date? Because I'm like, what if she's now in the same position I was when I was 6-7 years old, being told, kanono, Njeri doesn't like Adele because she's fat. So that means she wouldn't like me.
She didn't like me.
Hey, guys. So yeah, I have been fat shamed. I have fat shamed, and I've been fat insensitive.
I mean, if I'm being honest, a lot of us have done it, whether knowingly or unknowingly. We have made comments about people's weight knowingly or unknowingly, whether it's something positive or negative, we have made those comments. We definitely have. So I don't know what we need to do. We need to do better, but if it doesn't, I always ask myself, if I say this, like there's someone I know, and I'm, me, don't even worry about me. I'm right now, I'm in a season of being pregnant and not pregnant, and my weight is just like all over the place. Let's first finish the babies and then we'll snap all the way back. But there's someone I know who like had lost a lot of weight and then like gained almost all of it back. And whenever I think about it, I'm like, okay, sometimes I'm tempted to say something, but then I'm like, what importance is it? But then there's also the part of accountability.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
I guess what I take is how close am I with this person? Am I considered part of the inner circle to where I can keep them accountable, even ask what's happened or what's going on? I don't have answers to this, honestly. I really do not. I wish I did, but it's just something I ask myself, like, where does minding your business end and where does accountability start?
Yeah.
Because something else that we're going to talk about, sorry for jumping there, is health at every size.
Yeah.
Conversation. Yes, some people can be big on the heavier side, but they're very healthy. And some people can be on the really I don't know if small side, and they are very unhealthy. So how do you approach those conversations? Even how do you even start that with somebody?
Like you said, it depends on where you are with the person. Like I don't expect you to go and tell my husband, hey, by the way, you need to put on some weight because one, you're underweight, da 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 da. Like, you have no authority. First of all, I am fighting you. Why are you even talking to my husband about this? But also, when you're bringing it up, be sensitive. Because you never know, especially with women, when it comes to fibroids, nini, those are things they can't control on their own, So it's just, it depends. So if you guys see me round and if you're my good friend, please come and talk to me. Like, Jay, what's going on? You're typically this size, but how things are looking now, is everything okay? Don't automatically assume I'm stress eating. What if it's a fibroid problem? What if I'm pregnant? So many things, especially for women. For men now it's a bit different, with the beer bellies and the dad boards, nini.
It's called a father figure nowadays.
Oh, father figure. We need to be sensitive. Father figure. So I think there is wisdom in approaching these things. If you see a stranger who's, visibly overweight, please mind your own. Don't, unless now they come to you and say, what do you think about my body? Be like, you want my truth, you want a sugar coat, So just wisdom,
because they probably already know it. They're not looking for another
stranger. And then also overweight people, they always get the stares, like, wow, you're like, how did that me, always the question that comes to my mind is, wow, how did they get there? Is it depression? Because also, gluttony is a spirit. Now that's also a spiritual battle now that they're fighting. You don't even know. And you're just here judging them. Hey, they're eating that McDonald's. What? If I was them, I would be eating lettuce. Someone is fighting a demon. Literally, the demon is telling you, eat. They need prayers.
I know. They need deliverance. Deliverance.
So just with wisdom, and if somebody asks you, just do that. But now, how do I know I'm healthy at this size? What if I'm supposed to be a size smaller, and that would be my health?
And that is why you get your
annual, guys. Guys, hey, you'll be so proud of me. We serve a living God, guys.
You went.
Not yet. I scheduled
it.
Scheduled. I finally
Which
scheduled
one? The annual physical or the women's?
Siode.
High five. Good job.
Growth,
good
guys.
job.
Growth. Hey, new year, new me. So if you haven't
Nikusema
scheduled
na
your
kutenda.
in fact, if you have not, if you have scheduled your annual for the year, please go ahead and do the ting. If you have not done the ting, and if you haven't, even you still do it.
Yes.
And then go and schedule your annual.
Yes.
And then go and watch the episode we talked about it, just in case you haven't watched. But
yes, that's how you find out, because now when your levels come, because you would living your life, you think everything is good until your levels come back and you're like, what? Okay. What do you mean I have that? I have cholesterol issues and I'm this small, because it can happen. Yeah. Some of these things are hereditary. You have blood. Maybe even someone doesn't even take sugar, but they have they're either their sugar levels are showing they're either pre-diabetic or close to, and you would never know until you get your physical done.
Yeah.
So, and also people with who are maybe on the heavier side, if you wanna check your heart, there's like those exercises they check your EKG, whatever. There's you can do like a cardiovascular check. I mean, there's all these specialists I think you can see if you want to, but at least get your annual done. Everything starts there. It will tell you if you have high cholesterol, whatever it is, they'll tell you now see this specialist. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Exactly. And if you have the coins, see a nutritionist as well.
Yeah, by the Kwanzaa in this America, trying to eat healthy. God be with us.
My goodness.
God be with us. God be with us.
You can only try. But yeah, it is possible to live a healthy life. I mean, we can all go back to all of that, but health at every size. It sounds a little bit of like a gray area, but at the end of the day, I think your annual physical exams and all that stuff will tell you what's going on the inside. Yeah.
You know, sorry, I think I'm taking a left here. I think about in the Bible, when God gave us the Garden of Eden, it was just fruits and vegetables. Yeah, at that up until that point, at least from what I remember, we were not eating meat. And I think eating meat came, was it after the flood or something like that?
Wait, but God told Adam to have dominion over every living creature.
Sijakata. But what I am saying, when he also said you can eat off of any fruit in the tree except the one of
in the middle.
not the apple tree, the tree of knowledge. Yes. So God commanded us to eat fruits and vegetables from the jump. Here, nyama, it came in later. So,
okay.
Where I'm going with this.
But not after the flood, though, because if you're talking about later, Cain and Abel. Cain was a whatever.
A farmer.
Not a farmer. He was Abel is one who was the vegetable farmer.
Yeah, the vegetable farmer,
and then Cain was
the
hunter and
shepherd.
gatherer.
Yes.
Yeah, so they were
not eating meat then.
Jerry.
I'm telling you. I promise you. Okay, I'll have to find it.
Tell us.
I'll have to find it. I'll get my Bible right. But I know up to a certain point, we were not eating meat, okay? So if that is the case, if from the jump God intended us just to eat fruits and vegetables, don't you think we would all be small?
It would be if he did not specifically tell Adam, go and dominate and have dominion over every living
dominating
creature.
Means you go and slaughter animals
and
eat them.
Dominating is you're over them, you can eat them, you can do whatever you want.
So why don't we eat lions?
Maybe there are some parts of the world that they do, I don't know. I think we are getting me, I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know.
Tumechapa left sana. Sorry guys. Sorry.
But that would be good. That would be
I'm telling you,
good.
I will find the scripture. Na tutaiweka hapa. I'm not because also think about Dr. Sebi. See, his is a plant-based diet.
It is plant-based. It's predominantly plant-based.
Exactly. Why?
It's mainly alkaline diet.
Okay. Is there meat in it?
Honestly, I don't know. No.
From the little I know. Let me say that. Let me start off with that. From the little I know. I think it's a plant-based diet.
So we should all be vegan.
I think we should all be cows. Yes. just eating grass and
I'm
all
not
that.
opposed to it. I was vegan for 6 months and I lost about 23
Ooh.
pounds. So I loved being vegan, but I missed my meat. Yeah, I like
That's
to have
true.
the option.
By the way, it's true. Sometimes I really wonder, like, hey, when I think about pizza, I think about two ribs.
But you cannot do. The thing is, nowadays you can do all that vegan.
Who wants to
Absolutely,
eat? Who
you
wants to
can-
eat a mushroom burger? A black bean burger.
It is so good. By the way, I would recommend 2 places you get an amazing black bean burger: Top Golf and Buffalo Wild Wings. They have an amazing black bean burger. You will not regret. But yeah, I really enjoyed my vegan diet when I was vegan. But I got to a place. Okay, again, this is a hard left on when we're talking about. But it was after I watched What the Health. Did you ever watch that? Don't watch. If you ever watched What the Health, it was a documentary on Netflix.
Okay.
It was completely against dairy and all that stuff. So after that, a lot of people went vegan after that. A lot, me being one of them.
Yay.
I cut out dairy. I stopped drinking milk. I stopped taking
Why?
meat because of how
At
much.
least milk and eggs, like.
No, because of how much. According to the study this guy did, dairy is very high on carcinogens. Very high on carcinogens. Meat and anything dairy.
Yeah.
So I'm not opposed, by the way.
Yeah.
In fact, nowadays I predominantly eat just like you'll find me eating dengus and beans. I love them a lot, but I want to have an option of when I want to eat meat, I want to eat meat. But it is there's some truth to what you're saying. God knew fruits and vegetables are the most healthy things that you can eat. Honestly, it really is.
Yeah, there's that old lady who's just on vegetables and juice diet.
The one who's I know her. I think I've seen her story.
She's beautiful.
She's black. She's from
yes.
Is it some country? She's
I don't know
from
where.
I don't know.
But yeah,
but her husband looks like her dad.
Yes, that one.
I always look at her, but she's raw vegan. She's been raw vegan for over 30 years now.
But now, okay, let me ask. Okay, let's say we all follow her diet. Okay, me, I'm just thinking myself. There's a certain age. Nikifika na uko 90. Do I really want to be on this earth?
Yes.
To do what?
Because if you're 90 and looking like that, why not? If you're still
what am
healthy,
I doing?
What do you mean what you're doing? Living
Yes.
life. If you're looking like her, and you're still living life and enjoying to see your grandchildren, enjoying to see your great grandchildren, seeing their lives unfold, that's the joy.
Hi.
Yeah, that time there's no stress. You're not working. You're just living easy
But now you
peasy
see,
life.
you're thinking of grandchildren. Me, I'm still in the space of, do I even want children? So now you see, that's my head.
You can see maybe Shiro will have children, and those will be also your grandchildren. You'll
My
be
nieces
great
and
aunts.
nephews.
Yeah, your nieces and nephews.
Ikifikisha 90, please. Cause like even when your shows, like I had a Maito, how old was she? I don't know if she was like 105 or something. When she died, it was a celebration. It was like finally, cause she used to ask, "Kwani God has forgotten me?"
She used to ask.
Yes. You ask her, how are you? She says, I'm good, but I think God has forgotten me. Because all her friends have gone. And
it becomes lonely now.
Yes, that's why I'm asking. At 90,
people.
what am I doing here?
I know.
Anyway, sorry guys.
Me, I just long life. God, me, I just want long life. Long life. We'll figure out what God wants with us. Ukombele.
Okay. Weight discrimination. Have you ever wanted to be in a certain role, like a model, airline hostess, na ukaambiwa no?
Actually, by the way, one of my dreams growing up, like after high school, I so much wanted to be flight attendant with Emirates specifically. I didn't want any other. I just wanted Emirates.
Yes.
And I was actually called for a casting call.
And then?
I didn't go. I don't know what happened, why I didn't go. But, I mean, you could tell everybody, at that time, everybody was just like looking a certain way.
Yeah.
And this is when I had kind of started, I wasn't big, but, I was getting there, but I don't know. I can't say that was discriminated. I was discriminated against.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of such opportunities for people. But I think we are living now in an age of a revolution where every, all inclusive. But there was a time a model was, I don't know what were adjectives to use without going left, but we know what size is. Maybe like a size. It was like you're either size 0, size 2, thereabout. Anything beyond, anything after 3, 4. Nah, is you no, that's too much.
Yeah.
That's the time we've come from.
Me, I think that they do bring on one. Okay, so like let's say flight attendants, yeah. This is just what I think, guys. This is not the truth. If they have a group of 10, out of the 10, there'll be 2 who are on the bigger side, only because they want to, corporate wants to show that they're inclusive. Not because they wanted. And so they'll use those 2 people in their adverts, like, hi guys, see how we're inclusive, da 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 da, so that they can get their praise, they can get the customers. And we're a social media type of society, so when we see they're supporting, so like Rihanna, when she does her Savage Fenty, that girl, okay, you know what, I'll appreciate Rihanna, she has brought all forms of models. Even I rarely see a perfect model, what is considered a perfect model, tall, skinny, perfect teeth. Me, there was this model I saw, she had a big mwenya, and I was like, wow, this is great. Yes. And now, because of that, I actually buy Fenty, because I'm like, Rihanna, she supports the girls with the big gaps.
But that's the thing, nowadays companies are really, I don't know if it's just being woke. We're living in a very woke world, which there's a lot of representation and inclusivity going on. Because even Nike have oh my goodness, have you seen Nike adverts?
No.
There's an advert with this, even if you have Apple whatever, like I work out with Apple TV, whatever, there's a specific workout with this one girl that does yoga, and you would say she does not have those perfect whatever
we consider perfect,
but she's a bigger girl. She does and you could say she doesn't have like she has her everything, all that stuff going on, but she's a yoga and she has a whole entire, because if you guys know Apple Fitness workout things, they have because we have like an Apple TV, and they have, if you have an Apple, so you have the fitness app, they have all these like workouts. They have those workout things. I'll show you after this you're done, and you can see like they have every type of workout, from HIIT to yoga to whatever it is that you want. And this one girl, when I saw, I was like, this is what I'm doing. This is the yoga, because you could relate
with her. You're like, if she can do it, even me, I can.
She's bigger than me, like way bigger than me. I'm like, okay, this is what I want. So that kind of, and of course it's very Nike sponsored and everything. And I've seen several ads of girls just like her doing Nike adverts. And so I think it is a good thing that our society is now getting there to where that representation is happening. The motive behind it, I can't really tell. I don't know if it's like, oh, let's all be inclusive, or we just want to hit a check mark in this corporate necessity or whatever.
Okay, I think it depends on the company, because have you heard about Lululemon?
What have they done? I know Lululemon, I'm never spending my coins there.
I don't want to be cancelled if I'm wrong, but let me cancel out Lululemon. There is a athletic wear company where the CEO said he does not make clothes for fat people.
That's okay for you. That's what you want to do.
I mean,
it's fine.
Come on, surely though. Like, what is that supposed to mean?
That's what they want to do.
I get, hey.
The consequences are on them.
I mean, I know you have a target market, and that's fine. But coming outright saying, I don't make clothes for fat people.
Side-eye. Bombastic side-eye.
I think about also fashion. You know, there's this girl on TikTok I follow. I love her. She has this song, if you want plus sizes to sell, then stop making them ugly as hell. Like, baba. If you know her, please put her name down there. And she's just showing everyone, like, when you go to JCPenney, Forever 21, the clothes that they have in the plus size section, it feels like an afterthought. Like, oh crap, did we put 3X?
Yeah.
Okay, here, unachora kitu, go and produce it. And then also when you're in the store itself, they don't have the clothes for you to try on. They tell you, yeah, you can just order it online. It feels like an afterthought. She did this with JCPenney. JCPenney commented on her TikTok, and she went to the store. She showed them, what is this? Yeah. And JCPenney was like, yeah, we're happy with what we have selected. Okay, good for you, JCPenney. Okay, and then they find this podcast. Okay, gosh. Yes,
I think we're too right. They will be just fine. So yeah, hats off to people who are actually doing, because you said, as I got to a point, especially after my first baby, I transitioned to 1X. Oh my goodness, I couldn't believe I was shopping 1X. Oh Jesus, because I was like extra. I was large at some point, and then I went to extra large, and then now after, because I gained most of my weight after I gave birth, I was now actually 1X. Yeah, there's a difference between extra large and 1X. Hey, when I started shopping that side, I was like, hey, that's when you realize. And I think that's why I even started shopping a lot on Shein, or because there's more fashionable things than you'll find at the store. It's very true. Go to Ross, go to wherever, those stores, it's very hard to find nice fashionable items for plus size people. That's something personally I've experienced. Oh wow. They're like, 5 people just need a key overall. Okay. Yeah. By today.
She needs to actually have shops. Like me, I don't like online shopping.
I don't like in-store shopping. You will not catch me at a store going through. I used to, cause I never find anything. Yeah. I never do. But I'll go on Shein. Because I just got a package today with it had 6 tops. Oh wow! And all and they all fit. They all fit, yeah. I don't know. I think everybody has their own thing.
If the Chinese can do it, guys.
I know. Oh my God.
Do you find there's a huge price difference? Like, if it's a small, it's $10. If it's an extra large, it's $12. Is there a price difference?
I've never really paid too much attention. I mean, I'm already shopping at Shein. It's already wage. I don't know. I don't think I'm the right person to ask that question.
It's okay. Because I think I've seen that somewhere.
But there is a price difference for sure. It is the more, because they're also not produced in mass. They don't produce many plus size clothes in bulk. But those small ones, because everybody is that way, they produce them in bulk. So anything that's not produced in bulk will be more expensive. Gotcha. Because the cost of production, the economies of scale in production don't nearly go as good as the small ones. So yeah, I do believe that there is quite a price difference there. Okay. Let's talk about the weight loss industry. Have you ever bought any weight loss pills or?
No. I haven't bought weight loss pills, but I've bought what is that thing called? Castor oil. I don't know if you saw the castor oil frenzy on TikTok.
I've heard about it.
Oh, you put it on a pack and then you sleep with it for the whole night and then you lose 5 pounds. I just bought the oil. I didn't buy the packs. But castor oil has helped me in other ways, but it has not helped me in losing weight.
I think the weight loss industry is just... But now we are living in an age where, gosh, people are very quick to call out the BS in something very quickly. Because I think I've bought them all. Well, not them all, but I've bought weight loss pills. There was a time the gardenias, something. There was a certain pill that actually they used to say, this is what Khloe Kardashian used. I go, what? Hey, if you see Khloe used it, okay, sawa, you buy that one. I've bought slimming teas. 28-day detox.
Did you do it for 28 days?
I did. There's nothing. It doesn't do it. These things don't do anything.
Yeah.
Flat tummy.
Yeah.
You know, because these things are being advertised by girls with already flat tummies.
Yeah.
It's not gonna do anything to you.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm critiquing the weight loss industry because there's a lot of things that are not there. It just doesn't work. The problem with weight loss is there's no quick fix, except
Ozempic.
let's talk about Ozempic.
Oprah Winfrey.
Do tell.
Hey.
But there are, I feel like if it's managed by the doctor,
Yeah.
it is something that has more credibility than anything you buy off the internet.
Regardless, it's scary.
It is.
She looks so different. Like, she does not look her age. I mean, granted, she looks great. Amma, have you seen Celine Dion? See, one instance we were told, oh, she's so sick. And then the other day she came, she performed, and she looked like she had just woken up.
Really?
She was looking young. So I don't know if this Ozempic also makes your face look younger. I don't understand.
She's on. Why Celine Dion has been always small. What did she?
I don't know. Maybe health complications. I don't know.
Because I know they did announce she has some health, quite some challenging neurological issues. But
so I may be wrong. Maybe she was. I don't know. She was part of the list of a TikTok I watched. So, like I said, nothing here is truth, guys.
I pity her. But I know she had a neurological. She was diagnosed with some neurological issues. But anyway, good for the people who've been using it and it's been working for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. But there's a lot of gimmicks out there.
Yeah. A
lot of people who claim that something is
working.
Working and it's not. Don't buy your weight loss pills from the internet.
My fear is side effects. Like, okay, you've taken the Ozempic now, you look great now, 5-10 years, what will happen to your body? You know, like, I have not done the research of Ozempic. I don't know if it's all natural. I don't know if these are man-made chemicals that causes you to slim. Like, one of the side effects for, you know, that surgery they do to
small gastric bypass.
Yes, the one that makes your stomach smaller, and so you eat in smaller portions. One of the side effects is you start craving alcohol, and there was a study that was done that said but a good number of those people who did those gastric surgeries, they ended up dying due to alcoholism. Whatever the surgery does, it makes you crave alcohol.
Really?
Yes.
Even if you've never had alcohol before?
No, I don't know. I'm just telling you something I read.
Because that's one of the safest ones, or the safer ones that has
it's not natural.
worked for a lot of people.
God gave you a stomach a specific size. You've expanded it. Yes, you want to contract it, but
Njeri, do you think a 600-pound person is going to be able to lose weight naturally?
Yes. My 600-pound life. There are people who they stuck to a diet. Now what they did was, once they finally slimmed down to the size, their desired size, now they would go for surgery for the tonyamas being the excess career.
Yeah, but everybody on that show actually had surgery.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that part I don't know.
I watched that show very religiously. They all start from somewhere.
Yeah.
And you know, the doctor now, oh my god, I think I know way too much that I need to know about this show. He has them lose, first of all, the first thing is he has them lose a certain amount of weight.
Yeah.
Because it's not just you want one, you get it, you get a surgery, no, he wants to see you put in the work first. So, but also, even when the surgery is done, it takes a lot of discipline working out and a healthy diet for you to maintain it. Otherwise, just quarter to more won't work. So and it's a good thing that they start off with you first of all, do the work, lose the amount of weight that we need you to lose first. Show me that you're actually committed.
Yeah.
Like, it's more psychological than anything else. Let me tell you, that show, Oh Jesus, the way those patients, because they come in thinking they are entitled to a
Yes.
surgery. He's like, no, I'm not giving you no surgery until you show me how
That's-
committed you are to this process. If you do not lose this amount of weight, I am not giving you a surgery.
I mean, but see, they can go to someone else.
Maybe they go to other people, but there's a reason why people, because his program,
Yeah.
it works, but it is very intense. Like, you have to move. If you do the surgery, because he's in Houston,
Yeah.
you have to move to Houston for at least a year.
Wow.
You have to leave. You have to be within
Driving distance.
Yes. Yes, because if you don't make your appointments, if you don't, he will drop you as a patient. And I love that because, again, it's not just fix me. That's why I always say there's no quick fix. Even with that one, you still gotta put in the work. You still have to put in a lot of work. But yeah.
All right, guys. Do you guys take slimming tea? Ama, if you have any natural recipes that you can swear by, you know how people did the cayenne pepper one.
What do they do with cayenne pepper?
There's another one. You take water, lemon, cayenne pepper, and you fast on that sijui for how many days, and then you lose weight.
It's not sustainable.
At least that one was natural. I'll support that one.
Take it from someone who's been through who has yo-yoed in everything. I've tried vegan, I've tried keto, I've tried slimming teas, I've tried whatever.
What's keto all about?
Keto is just low carb, low carb. It's predominantly just protein and veggies. Yeah, you stay with the pretty much no or low not, you can say no carbs at all, but it's like low carbs. Yeah.
And it didn't work.
I mean, this is the point I was saying. It will work up until some point, but it is not sustainable, because once you start, because now what you're doing with keto diet, you're putting your body into into ketosis.
Okay.
Once ketosis is like that the water. Once it runs out, and then you go back to your regular eating, it all comes back. So it's not sustainable. Like, majority of these things, even like you fast like that for 3 days or whatever it is on water, once it's gonna go, you're gonna drop a lot of weight at once. It's the water weight. But people need to understand what's happening to your metabolism in your body at that point, because when you crave your body something, what it does is it realizes, oh, I am being starved. Okay, let's use let's utilize that whatever is stored in the reserve. And so you actually kind of gain weight fast, because it's still and then once you stop what you're doing and go back to your normal whatever, it will all go back to the way it used to be. So a lot of these things are just not sustainable, and that's why you have to do something that's actually sustainable in the long run, because once you stop, it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
So now, just live life.
It's simple. Workout. Exercise at least 150 minutes a week.
Why? 150? How many? What is that divided by 5? 30 minutes a day. Okay.
About 30 minutes a day.
Okay, I can do that.
A simple, it can be just whatever. Walking, whatever workout for 150. However you divide it out. 150 minutes a week. And your diet. Less carbs, more veggies, more proteins. Try to have a protein with every meal, because protein breaks down carbohydrates very well. Should I do, especially Kikuyus? I'm speaking to myself. You want to eat your tea with your chapo and mandazi.
I mean,
and
what
doma.
else do you take with tea?
No protein at all. None. But you need to have a protein at least with every meal, because it helps break down the carbohydrates and all that stuff. So, and then your it's really your portions.
Portioning control.
Limit sugar. Just live a sustainable life. Whatever. But I
think that's easier in Kenya than here in America.
It's doable. I've done it.
Really?
It is doable. It's it's mental. It's here. Because if you don't conquer your mind here, you can't do it. And I'm so grateful, because before I got pregnant with this child, my friend sat me down. I had been yo-yoing. I mean, intermittent fasting works for me. It worked for me for a good portion at a time, but then I plateaued. It got to a point where my body is now used
Like,
to this, how we
okay.
usually do. So it got plateau. So I wasn't progressing any further from there. I needed something to continue. And I knew myself before. I was like, if I just stop something, like if I stop sugar, I stop dairy or whatever it is, I'm going to flop so hard. And she was like, Remo, when has that ever worked for you? To be honest, it's an excuse. And she told me, do it cold turkey. Do it cold turkey. And I did it. I did it. I'm not going to say what I was doing wasn't very but it wasn't bad. It wasn't
no, sorry, I'm just scratching myself. Sorry.
It wasn't the most sustainable thing. It helped me lose weight for a while. And it did. I lost almost 20 pounds within like 3 weeks.
Wow.
I went cold turkey.
Wow.
I really did.
Hey.
Yeah. So and it wasn't the worst thing. I'm still having tea, just no sugar.
Yeah.
I'm still eating my proteins. I added onto it intermittent fasting. So I was eating 1 meal a day. No, I was eating breakfast around 11, and then I eat a late lunch around 4, 5, and that's it for the day.
Yeah.
Paka kesho asubuhi. Lots of water, and I tried now starting to put a workout in there.
Yeah.
And if you are just as long as if you feel hungry, just take a protein.
Yeah.
Kula as much protein as you want, you know.
Really? Protein? Okay.
Protein, because protein doesn't have carbohydrates, but it's filling and it's very good for you.
Carbs.
But that's
waru.
a lot of knowledge. Umesema waru kafanya nisema knowledge. Jesus. But yeah. Anyway, to end the conversation, you guys, please stop fat shaming people if you have. And if you have been fat shamed, ask yourself why you're being triggered so much.
Because there's some truth to it.
Well, maybe not fat shaming, but insensitivity. Yeah. We need to go to the next level and ask her, because we can't just tell people to stop doing everything.
Yeah.
We gotta ask ourselves, why am I being so affected by what the people are saying?
Labda uko na roho mbaya. You need to go to church. Uombewe.
But yeah, please weigh in this conversation. Let us know. Have you ever been fat shamed? Have you ever received insensitive comments about your weight? Even people who are on the smaller side. What's the experience like for you? Because everybody thinks or believes that's the best way to be. Like venye ni mdogo, you know. If you're having any issues, you know, with your weight, whatever, health, please let us know. We can always connect you to some doctors that we know will give you the advice that we can, right?
Yeah. Tukuna resources, guys. Tukuna resources. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We hope that you have a great day, evening, morning, whatever time you're watching this. And remember, guys, our campaign, Road to 1,000. Yes. Take care, guys. Bye.
Bye. See you.